Hi students, how are you? I hope you all are fine and safe. Okay. Now in today's session we are going to learn about the lesson number 4, that is heat. Let us start with the introduction. I'm sure you are aware of the literal meaning of heat. So we will start by thinking of it. Okay. Let's think of situation when somebody is down in fear. So what happens when you are down in the fear? When you touch your body, you may find that your body is quite hot than normal. Right, students? So, how do you know your body is hot? Or how do you feel your body is hot? Okay, so this is the one question arises. When you touch a hot cup of tea, okay, or coffee, so at that time your hand get back immediately. Why this is so? Is it because of that hotness? You feel the heat which is coming out from that coffee? This is one question is arise. Okay. Now on the contrary, what happen when you touch on ice cream? Do you feel hot or cold? Yes. Do you feel cold? Okay. So do you feel comfortable touching this ice cream directly or not? No, not really. In that case, you also take your hand back because that ice cream is too cold. Okay? So, during winter season, what happens? Do you think in winter your body is very hot? Not really. Okay? So, until and unless you wear proper woolen clothes or you cover yourself, then you will become warm, but otherwise you feel very cool in the surrounding. Okay, so what exactly the difference is in case of hotness, in case of coldness? Why does the difference arise between the hot cup of coffee and ice cream, and where is the difference in these two things? See, difference is in the hotness. Okay, something is very hot, something is less hot, something is very cold. So in this lesson we are going to talk about heat and cold. What causes substances to be hot, what causes them to be cold, and how do we measure their hotness and coolness. So in the first situation, okay, it is very hot. In the first situation it is very hot, and in the second situation it is very cold. Now if you try to compare it with the normal situation, okay, like when you are healthy, you are neither suffering from fever nor it is very cold, so in that case your body temperature is normal. So your body can be hot, hotter, cold, can be cold, very cold. So you see the range of hotness can be different. Okay. So what you analyze from this? What you analyze from this in this lesson is how to describe whether that object is hot and cold. Okay. I will say this cup of coffee is hot. This ice cream is cold. So how we describe which particular object is how much hot and how much cold. So how hot and cold an object is. See, if you compare these three things, the hot coffee cup, the glass of water at room temperature, and the cold ice cream, how can we precisely tell the hotness of each? In a random way, we might say that the cup of coffee is very hottest and the ice cream is coldest, and this glass of water is in between that, neither cold and neither hot. That means it is in the intermediate state. So now, does that mean these are the three things which defines hotness of the object? What do you think, students? Does this mean that these three things which defines hotness of the object? Yes. So let us assume this This is the hottest of all the three. Okay, and this is the coldest of all the three. And the intermediate, that is, it is neither hot as cup of coffee and nor cold as just like that ice cream. Now, what if I introduced a vessel with boiling water? Okay, if I introduced a vessel with boiling water, so the temperature of this vessel is even more than that of the cup of coffee. Means the temperature of that boiling water vessel is hottest than that of the cup of coffee. Okay, so it is even hotter than what we have earlier described as the hottest for the cup of coffee. So now, how do we describe this vessel of containing hot water? What we describe for that containing hot water, whether it is the hottest or not. See, so the question is, how do we deal such situation? There is no specific limit of that, how hot an object and how cool. So how do we measure the hotness or the coolness of an object? So let us take general situation, okay, which happens in our day-to-day life. And in that case, we actually measure the hotness of the object. Okay, so what happens when you are down with the fear? Normally, what happens? Yes, anybody tells? Yes, students. See, in a couple of hours, your body is getting hot. So, as soon as your mother touches your body, she feels that the body is hot. So she can say that you are having the fever. But how will she know how hot is your body? Okay, so what is the temperature of your body? So for that purpose, what does she do? She makes the use of thermometer. Okay, she takes the thermometer inside your mouth. Okay, just below your tongue, keep wet for some time, and then she measures the temperature. So thermometer is a device which helps to measure how hot a body is. So what is thermometer? Thermometer is measure the temperature. If you try to measure the hotness of your body when you are healthy, at that time what do you see? You get the temperature of body is less. So in normal situation, temperature is less, but when you suffering from fever, the temperature is more. So basically, what is the thermometer doing? Thermometer is trying to measure how hot your body is. Okay. So you have often heard about that fever is of 101 degrees Celsius, fever is of 102 degree, fever is of 103 degree. So what is this? 101 degree, 102 degree. These are situation, temperature is less, but when you suffering from fever, the temperature is more. So basically, what is the thermometer doing? Thermometer is trying to measure how hot your body is. So you have often heard about the fever is of 101 degree, 102 degree, 103 degree. So what is this 101 degree, 102 degree? So these are the temperature. And what is the temperature? Temperature being something that is measured by the thermometer. So now we are going to talk about the temperature. Temperature is something which actually tells us how the hot an object is. See, the thermometer is measured with the help of the temperature is measured with the help of thermometer. If you are suffering from fever and you want to check the exact temperature of your body, so how would you do that? With the help of thermometer, you can check your temperature. A clinical thermometer is usually made up of glass. See, this clinical thermometer is made up of usually a glass. Then it consists of a mercury filled bulb inside at one of its end. Okay. And towards that end, it has a small constriction. where the backward flow of mercury is stopped or prevented. Also, there is a fine capillary tube which is running from one end to the other. A clinical thermometer is measure the range of temperature from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius or 95 degree Fahrenheit to 108 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, so this is all about the thermometer. Now, what is the working of clinical thermometer? How does it work? See, this is the picture of mercury based clinical thermometer. In this thermometer, see, a clinical thermometer is placed inside the mouth for measuring the temperature of body. Okay, because of body heat, the mercury inside the body heats up and expand, increases in the capillary tube and indicate the exact body temperature. See over here. Okay, so if the reading does not change on removing the thermometer from the mouth, then the working of clinical thermometer. See how a thermometer can measure the temperature of your body. A clinical thermometer is usually made up of a glass and consists of a mercury filled bulb inside at one of its end. See over here. Here at one end of that thermometer there is a mercury filled bulb. Okay. In a fine capillary tube running from, there is a fine capillary tube inside it which is running from bulb from the one end to the other end. Okay, and it has a small constriction in the neck which is close to the bulb. So a clinical thermometer can measure the temperature ranging from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius or 95 degree Fahrenheit to 108 degree Fahrenheit. We will come to that concept, that is what is degree Fahrenheit and what is degree Celsius, in next session. See, temperature is given by the reading scale inscribed on the side of that thermometer. Now, how can a clinical thermometer work? See, this is the mercury based clinical thermometer, that is here mercury is used inside it. So, in clinical thermometer, it is usually placed inside the mouth for measuring the body temperature. Okay, when you feel the fever, at that time that clinical thermometer is usually placed inside the mouth for measuring the body temperature, and because of body heat, the mercury inside it get expand and increased in certain level in the capillary tube through constriction. Okay, the level where the mercury rises indicates the exact body temperature. Now, you may arise one question that when the thermometer is removing from our mouth, whether it changes reading or not? Certainly not. The reading cannot change. Why this reading cannot change when you remove that thermometer from your mouth? See, there is a constriction which prevents the mercury flowing back in the bulb. So, in sometimes mercury is remain in that constriction. So, for removing that mercury from this constriction or to reset the thermometer, you need to swing it sharply many times so that mercury column returns to the bulb. Okay, so why mercury is used only in the thermometer? See, the mercury is used in the thermometer because mercury is a metal. Thus, it is the good conductor of heat. And it usually turns to expand instantly. So mercury remains in a liquid state at the temperature ranging from 39 degrees Celsius to 357 degrees Celsius, and also mercury does not stick to the glass. So mercury mercury based thermometers are considered risky. Why these mercury based thermometers are considered risky, or as a why they are not used? So mercury based thermometers are risky because the mercury is poisonous. If bulb of thermometer breaks inside the mouth, okay, so at that time the mercury leaks into the mouth. This is the reason why mercury based thermometers are replaced nowadays with electronic digital thermometers or the scanner thermometers. Okay, this is the electronic digital thermometer which we or the doctors used instead of this clinical thermometer. Okay, this is all about the construction of thermometer and the working of thermometer. In next session, we will learn about how the temperature is measured in the degree Celsius, in Kelvin, in Fahrenheit. Okay. Thank you.